So the Bears' new quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, finally made his debut. How did it go? Let's talk about it here. What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video. Talking some NFL, of course, talking about my boy, Mitch Trubisky. And when I say my boy, that's because I'm a Bears fan, in case you guys don't know. And here to talk about Mitch Trubisky, who I've been calling for the starting job since pretty much preseason, since the second he was drafted, okay? And you might think, okay, the Bears lost and Mitch Trubisky had that back-breaking interception, and so the loss is on him and whatnot. You know what? There's a lot to get into. Let's dissect it. Let's talk about the performance, okay? So let's look at the numbers first and foremost. For Mitch Trubisky, 12 for 25 for 119 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 rushes for 22 yards, okay? So a mixed bag here is how I would describe it. There was some good, there was definitely some bad, okay? But key points that I want to hit on. First, Mitch Trubisky from the jump was an immediate upgrade over Mike Glennon, and I am sticking by that. He was able to get the Bears into Vikings territory on their first 4 possessions, so the ball was moving, okay? You had some sort of a rhythm on offense, okay? So they were moving, and they were getting into the Vikings territory. Unfortunately, and I knew this would happen, there were definitely drops, and there was, what I didn't expect to happen, dumb penalties, okay? And I'm going to get to John Fox a little bit later, but this, again, comes from John Fox and his unorganized self to be able to take control of his team, which resulted in a lot of these dumb penalties. And, of course, talking about the drops as well, because Trubisky has no help. The Bears receivers are arguably the worst in the NFL. The Giants might have something to say about that after they lost all their best 3 receivers, Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Marshall, and Sterling Shepard, but that's another topic for another day. With that being said, immediately, Trubisky was able to make an impact because he was able to move the offense, okay? But after that, of course, like I said, the drive stalled out because of bad drops, because of bad, stupid penalties, and the Bears were getting dumb penalties all night. They had penalties called on them all night. The one on Jordan Howard, which was a touchdown run, I don't know what the hell that was. They called holding on that. That was pretty bad. And then there was one late in the game when they could have stopped the Vikings. And they did stop the Vikings, but they called a holding on Leonard Floyd. That was dumb. But again, sometimes these things happen. A lot of bad calls, a lot of bad penalties. But it has a lot to do also with John Fox, who I said I will get into. So let's wait on that. But with that being said, like I mentioned, Trubisky was able to drive the ball. Now, let's talk about the bad, okay? He did lose the fumble in the Vikings territory, which basically set them up for the field goal range. And then, of course, he had that back-breaking interception, which he threw and got picked off. I thought he should have thrown it a little bit above the receiver. Instead, he kind of just threw it in like a straight line. And so they were able to pick it off easy. If he had lobbed it, they probably would. The receiver probably would have had a better chance at being able to come down with it. I believe it was Zach Miller. I'm trying to remember, but that was definitely on Mitch, and that basically ended the game because that was a bad breaking interception, and the Vikings got the ball and they basically ran out the clock. Okay, but again, did he look accurate in the pocket? Yes, he did. Did he look mobile in the pocket? Yes, for damn sure he did. He was able to make plays with his feet all night, coming off bootlegs. The touchdown was off a bootleg. I know the touchdown was deflected, and it was kind of a lucky, fluky type of play. I get it. But I'm willing to bet that Trubisky would have been able to find a touchdown here and there. It's not like that was the only good throw he made all night and somehow they caught the ball. Like I said, he had some good throws. He showed that accuracy. Now, did he have some jitters as a rookie in his first game ever? Of course he did, okay? One, though, complaint that I did have with Dow Loggins and John Fox, but Dow Loggins, OC, so I'm going to put it on him, is I get what they were trying to do with Mitch because they were trying to make it very simple. They simplified the game plan. He only threw the ball, 25 times, and they wanted him to make just one read. but it kind of got a little too predictable for the Bears because Mitch Trubisky was making that one read, and so it was really easy for the Vikings to be able to make that same read that Mitch was seeing because everybody else saw that read. So I would have liked for them to sort of mix it up and not just make it the same damn one read every time, and they cleared out just half the field for him. Let Mitch kind of, create two a little bit. Let him try to also sit in the pocket and make the necessary throws, okay? So I didn't like that. I thought they should have mixed up the play calling a little bit. But again, takeaway from this game for Mitch Trubisky, to me, definitely has to be able to stay more under pressure. I feel like he got the pressure coming to him because of that Vikings pass rush, kept getting to him all night. This is a ferocious defense, and for me, if I had to give Mitch Trubisky a grade, I would probably give him a C plus at best. And two things that I'm going to give him and kind of some slack for. First NFL start ever. And remember, he only had 12 or 13 collegiate starts at North Carolina. And then the second thing was playing this vaunted Vikings defense. Guys, Xavier Rhodes and this defense, the secondary, and even this front seven with guys like Everson Griffin and whatnot, they are absolutely loaded. This is a top 5 defense. So the Vikings are no joke on the defensive side of the ball. So for your first NFL start, pretty tough test. So just got to cut him some slack there. But like I said, that interception was his fault. Shouldn't have done that. And then, of course, the lost fumble, definitely a rookie mistake. So a lot of good, a lot of bad for Mitch Trubisky. But again, the point being, they could have still won this game. Even with how Mitch Trubisky played and making those dumb errors, they were still in position to win this game. And it was a 3-point loss. Would Mike Glennon have given a better shot to win this game? I don't think so, folks. The thing with Mitch, he is able to create with his legs. Okay, most of the good came when he rolled out of the pocket and was able to scramble and sort of create. And that was the dynamic that I kept pushing for, and that's the reason I wanted the Bears to start Mitch, because he's going to have his growing pains. He's a rookie. And I also said this before, so I'm not being a hypocrite here. Hindsight is 20/20, but I did say this coaching staff, especially John Fox, is not the right coach for Mitch Trubisky. So for him, the type of talent that I see in Mitch, and for him to basically be able to pan out and showcase that talent, I actually don't see it happening under John Fox. I sort of see a similar situation with Jared Goff, where if he gets a nice offensive coordinator type of head coach who's good on the offensive side of the ball, he would be able to excel a lot more. Like I said, with Jared Goff, looked horrible in his first year. With Jeff Fisher, looked absolutely pretty good in the second year with Sean McVay. So same things. And John Fox, what are you doing on that one play where they basically were going to go for it on 4th and 1, and then you couldn't get the play off and you had to punt? Like, what are you doing, John Fox? Just so unorganized, and I don't like it. He preaches discipline. He preaches, having veterans on the team and all that. All you had all that was dumb penalties and dumb clock management. Yeah, he had that, fake punt, but even that, Benny Cunningham broke a couple tackles or else he would have gotten down. So I'm still not up for John Fox as the coach for this team moving forward. I'm not a big fan of him. But like I said, back to Mitch Trubisky, the threat of having something at that quarterback position is what the Bears were lacking. And look, I'm going to be honest with you, the Bears schedule is extremely daunting. They are not going to win a lot of games, 4 or 5 games at max. But as long as we see progress from Trubisky, that accuracy, that pocket presence, being able to throw the ball on the run, being able to throw it in a dart, in a vacuum, that is all the Bears fans, including myself, are looking for this season. So those are my thoughts on Mitch Trubisky. Like I said, if I had the greatest performance, probably a C+ is what I would give him. Let me know what you guys think about Mitch Trubisky, how you guys think he did in his debut. Leave a comment down below. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.